Okay, and now we can look at the for loop logic controller. So how does a for loop work? Well, I like to think of a for loop like for every time something happens, do something, or for something and something, do something. It's kind of just like thinking about it that way, almost like an if statement, but not exactly. So let's look at one example of a for loop. So we can do for, okay, there we go. For I in range, and we will do 101 because it counts from 0 to 100, right? Print I. Actually, let's not do that. That's a really big number. Let's do 26. Run module. And so it prints out from 0 to 25 all those numbers, and we get a number range. So that's an example of how the logic of a for loop works. And I, we can change that to anything. So for numbers in range, so you can kind of define what you want that to be called, the I. The I is just the traditional placeholder, and that's like the logic controller of that part of the loop. And then we typically follow in with an in, and then we define something there. So you could also do things like, let's comment this out. There we go. And then we will go to for I in, how about the word banana? Print I. And let's actually just put for letters. That's what we'll call it. Notice it prints out every single letter from B all the way to the last A. Let's get rid of that, and then we will do something using a list. So my list is equal to, let's say, apple, comma, oops, did not mean to do that. Okay, apple, comma, banana, comma, pear. And then we can do for I, for item in my list, print item. And remember, we're just calling this whatever we want. Run. And it prints out every single item of the list. So that is an example of how we could use for loops and how the logic kind of works. You can change the information you're putting in, and I'd encourage you to check out, especially for these logic statements like if statements and their variants and for loops and so on, go on ahead and find examples online and see what you can do and challenge yourself.